move it. Rigor mortis. Gotta love it, right? So where do we get our energy sources? Energy. Ever heard of that?
Creatine.
Creatine. How, Isaiah?
It's like a supplement that you can take to, I believe it allows you to work out more, or like without reaching failure, basically.
And that's kind of how they tout it to us, okay? They you know, I love the supplement industry, you guys. Now, for example, before you took my class, would you know anything about the creatine phosphate that you might go purchase? Before you took biology, would you know anything about the product that touts creating more mitochondria in your cells? Or would you just believe that little label that was put on it? Gives you more energy. No, you wouldn't, okay? But we do have sources of energy for the muscles. ATP, of course, because the last thing we do is store ATP, okay? We're going to pretty much make it on demand. Now, we have some other sources that can help us get to the ATP. Creatine phosphate is one of them. During rest, meaning you're not exercising, okay? During resting condition, the creatine phosphate stores energy that can help synthesize ATP. When we begin to exercise, we can get ATP anaerobically. We only get 2, and we get that really huge lactic acid that the body needs to get rid of. Once oxygen is present, we can produce ATP and get those 32 to 36 ATPs. So we have these sources. What is oxygen debt? I'm going to start my 1-mile marathon. All right? I'm going to do my stretching. I'm going to get my muscles warmed up. And I'm going to get ready. And I'm going to start running. And probably within 2 seconds, I'm going to be... And that's the point. I'm going to pass out. Okay? Then, after I kind of get past that point, I'm then going to be at what I would be, you know, my runner's high or whatever, okay, where I'm in my groove, okay. Now I might be doing a little bit better, but my breathing is now kind of, rather than the really huge deep breathing. That very first portion, okay, where I was, all right, before I got to my groove, all right, I put myself in oxygen debt because all my other ways to get energy were used, including my creatine phosphate. So the aerobic portion of my 1-mile run was what? Maybe a minute, right? After that, I went into my oxygen debt, where the only way I was making energy was by way of anaerobic. Once I got into my groove and I'm replacing my oxygen debt, The body will begin to do aerobic also, but we're still getting a lot of the energy from anaerobic. Creatine phosphate, gone. Within a minute, that ability is gone for making energy. So, Isaiah, next time you go to the store to buy it.
Oh, I've never bought it. I just heard stories about it.
Oh, I was going to say, get the guy to talk to you. See, and then you kind of stand there going, really?
Would you take that creatine phosphate before working out?
I think it's like before and after and during.
Yeah. Two?
Oh, I was just wondering why they tell you to take it right before a workout.
I think it's a supplement they tell you to like take every day.
So you
In
buy
other
it.
words, it's supposed to like be helping. But no matter how you look at it, the most well-trained athlete, the one who's going to do a decathlon in the Olympics, okay, the most well-trained is going to go in oxygen debt no matter what. Now, it's going to take him longer, him or her, longer because they're more well-trained, but they'll still go into it.
Does asthma have anything to do with oxygen debt?
Yes, because you're going to have a restriction of the airways, and that's a restriction of getting the exchange, in other words, air from outside in, and then the toxic CO2 from in out. So there is a effect by asthma. So we have these ways to get energy, but in the grand scheme of things, okay, these energy sources, all right, whether we look at it with the creatine, if we look at it with anaerobic, aerobic is the most efficient, but no matter, if you're doing a strenuous exercise, you are going to go into oxygen debt. And that's going to build up the lactic acid, you're going to be sore, and hello, that's what you do. Take a break, be back at about 12:35.